But let's go through them one by one. Sorry, you have to bear with me. I thought that this would show the cards more clearly, but this light is so bright, it kind of, don't know if you can see it. So we have the death card coming up as your underlying energy. This is transformation, this is change, renewal. The way I always see this card, it's a slow energy, it's a transitional energy. So it doesn't just kind of, it's not like the tower, where the tower, like it can change overnight. With the death card coming up, it seems like there's been a gradual change in your life. Like some of you, this might have just started now. For others of you, you might be coming to the tail end of this, like you're kind of dealing with the changes that the death card has brought about. It speaks of like, there might be people that have left our life, old situations that have left. We've left a job. Things kind of get removed from our life when the death card comes up. That's why it speaks of death of the old, birth of the new. Because if you can see here, sorry, it's not very clear, but the sun is rising. So a new day is dawning. And that's the whole point, that there is this renewal, that those things that no longer serve us, they leave our life. So, I mean, we say that and it sounds great, but it's called death. It's not called renewal. It's not called transformation. It's not called change. It's called death. And even when we want change in a situation, even when we want things to leave our lives, we can get so used to it. As human beings, we're creatures of habit, right? So even when things leave our life, there can be a sense of grief because we're now in uncharted territory. We're in a new place. We're dealing with new people or new situations. So that as an underlying energy, though, I do like it. I love the death card that, there is this change going on because too often we can get stuck. And you don't have any stuck energy coming up here. It's all about change and renewal. And I feel like the change is good. Even if it could be a little bit shocking at first, it is good. Now you have the Ace of Swords coming up. You're the second reading I'm doing, second time this card's shown up. So, I mean, we're in Libra season, so it feels like a lot of truths are coming out. But it's coming up at the heart of your reading. So what does everything revolve around? Well, it revolves around this kind of desire for truth. Aces are always the potential for new beginnings. And this is like a victory, but through clarity and the truth. Something gets revealed to you. If you've been waiting for answers, there we go. If you've been waiting for answers, if you've been waiting for some information, swords represent our thoughts, our beliefs, our ideas, and how we communicate them. Some of you have been waiting for communication. It feels like it comes in and that starts a new cycle. That kick starts this whole new phase for you, a new cycle that begins. And I said this to Libra when I just did their reading before yours, that it's always good to start a new cycle with the truth, right? You know where you stand, no matter what that truth is. And they kind of got a little bit of a harsher truth. You guys don't seem to be getting that, but you begin with the truth. You know where you stand. You can build with clarity now. You can go forward, step forward, knowing what you have at your disposal, knowing what's there for you to work with. And I think that's really important for you because, like with the death card coming up, I do get the sense that there have been people that have left your life or, situations that have kind of gone away. And that's what's left you with this clarity because we can get clutter in our lives and it's horrible to call people clutter, but some people are, right? Their energy, it just kind of takes up so much time and it can just take up our energy. So we don't really see things clearly, but you are getting that clarity. Now you have this character. We have the King of Swords coming up as a past energy. This is the foundation of your reading. So this is like, what does everything kind of, what's the foundation? This is the past energy. Some of you may have been this way, or this could be someone that you were dealing with. The King of Swords can represent a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person. That placement can be anywhere in that person's chart. So I always say take the star signs with, a pinch of salt. What this kind of says more is this is someone who's very intelligent, very logical. He knows his mind and he knows how to communicate it. He can be a very good debater. He's someone who can argue his side of any kind of, what am I saying? He can kind of put across his side of any argument very clearly. So when he comes up, some of you, this can be a solicitor, a lawyer, a consultant, an advisor, someone that we go to for advice. I'm not getting that here. I mean, it can be. For some of you, it's going to be that. It's going to be that this person is someone that you met in the past. You went and saw this person. And that's why you have the truth now. So maybe if you've had some kind of turbulent situation, something that's been changing up in your lives, it might be kind of work related. Maybe you've needed advice. You went and saw the King of Swords. That's why you have the truth now. You know what you have to work with and you can start a new cycle. For others, if this is a relationship, this could be someone like that was an ex or someone that you've met, or you've become like this. I usually find with the swords card, the king and the queen, they've gone through a lot. That's why they have the knowledge. They know what to do in any given situation because they've experienced it. That's why they have the answers. Also, if you've not been able to make decisions, like if you've been called to make a choice or a decision, King and Queen of Swords, they're great energies to get when we have a decision to make, when we need to figure out something, because they're so clear-headed. You guys are a water sign, so that's cups, like emotions usually, but these two, they kind of detach from their emotions. They can step away from their emotions and just do what logically needs to be done. So that's interesting. As a past energy, like I said, that's going to be yours or someone that you're dealing with. It's a general reading, so all of the energies, they can apply to you or someone who's very closely related to your story at this time. I do think, like, because there's a King and Queen of Swords coming up, and I'll get to her in a moment, but because there's both of them coming up here, this is a couple, this is a relationship. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship because I don't really have a lot of romance cards coming up. This could be a friendship. This can be a colleague, a business partner, or like I said, an advisor, someone that you work with. But they usually go well together. So if one of those energies is going to be yours, so maybe you are more kind of truth driven, making decisions in the past. That's what's kind of going through with this death energy and coming up with, and I say death energy, I mean death card energy. I'm not predicting anyone's demise here or anything, but it's very much about logic. It's almost as if you've kind of locked away your emotions. You don't want to, you're done. You're trying to figure things out very logically. And great, good on you, because you have the Star card coming up in the present. The Star card, it's a card of hope, of healing, no matter what you've been through. And it's amazing. Like the last lot of readings I did, I talked about how the energies were great, but there was like a sticky spot that everyone hit. And I've only done Librans before you, but they got the sun in the present. Now you guys have the star. This is wish fulfillment. This is healing energy. If some of you, I mean, these two are coming up together. So they're both major arcana cards. There's major upheaval going on here, major changes that are taking place. But it can be difficult when you're in this to feel this. It can be difficult when everything's shifting and changing around you, when you're kind of losing people or things from your life and you're kind of feeling a little lost, feeling a little adrift. And then you're like, the star? I'm not really that hopeful yet. Well, the star, it's the guiding star. It's the one that guides you and it brings back hope. If there's been a kind of hopelessness, and it does feel like it's tangible, like there's something that you learn, some truth that's revealed to you, either something that you decide yourselves, like, you come to some realization yourself and that's your truth. But there's something here, I feel like it's got to do with this guy. Someone told you something. This guy is the King of Swords. And I say guy, this can be anyone's energy, really. It's more the energy of the king that we look at when any of the kings show up. But it feels like some truth has come from him because they always speak the truth. And that's what's kind of given you hope. So maybe some advice that you got has given you hope. Maybe someone came in and finally revealed why they did what they did, or, there's some truth around this. That's given you hope. That's all it is. Like that. I always say that with the Star card, that it shows up in the major arcana after the tower. And you can imagine after the tower's collapsed, that's kind of feeling pretty hopeless. Like, everything looks lost because everything is lost. The tower's collapsed. Star card comes in. It's the guiding star in the sky to say this way. This is this way to your dreams. Nothing's been lost. You're still on the right path. You can still get there. So I like that. And it's a healing energy. So if you guys have been through a tough time, if you guys have whatever it is that you've been through, when the Star card shows up, it's a beautiful spiritual card, and it talks about healing at all levels, physical, mental, emotional. There is this healing energy that comes in with the star. Now, coming up in your future, we have the Three of Cups. Let me see if I can show you guys that. Why is it so overexposed? Does that side work better? Not really. Okay. So the Three of Cups, I'm really sorry, guys. There we go. The Three of Cups, it's a card of celebration. It can be a card of reunion. It's friendship. It's our network of support. This can literally talk about socializing. So we're going out more. We're spending time with our friends, with our network of support. These are people that we love and support and that love and support us. Now, it doesn't have to be that. And usually when I see more pentacles, and there aren't any in your reading, but usually when I see pentacles around this, that can be networking. That can be like drinks after work, with clients. It can be that kind of energy. I know when people see threes, kind of natural thing to say is, third party situation. I'm not getting that at all here. I'm not getting that. I'm getting this is you getting back out there. It feels like it might be some truths, like for some of you, with the Ace of Swords, like this is sat right above the Three of Cups. Whatever this new truth is, whatever is revealed to you, whatever this new cycle is that begins, it's either going to, if it's a relationship, it can be a reunion. This can be a reunion. Now, please don't worry. Like, I always get people saying to me that, I don't want my evil ex back. It won't be that. You're not exactly going to be celebrating if you don't want the guy back or the girl back. Like, do you know what I mean? So please don't worry about that. That's only for those of you that you're looking to reconcile and it feels like if he's coming up as a past energy, this is something that's kind of you're working on or it's kind of been initiated. It's not going to be someone that we don't want just kind of strolling back into our lives. But whoever it is, there is truth that this person gives. And so that's why that can be reunion energy, like you celebrate together. For others of you, this could be if there's been kind of problems within friendships or like a family dynamic, group of people, that gets healed and there's a new cycle that begins within that group because of truths. It's like the air gets cleared, like, everyone says their piece, everyone kind of gets on with it then, and you guys can get back to being that group of friends or interacting as a family again. Now, for a lot of you though, I am seeing this as some kind of partnership, because the crowning energy or the advice, how you manifest your goals, your aims, your ambitions, we have the Queen of Swords here. So she sits right underneath this. They have these two together. And they're a couple, and they're a formidable looking couple, right? Both of them with their swords raised. This is the sword of truth. Now, the Queen of Swords, she's been through everything. I always say that. She's been through every imaginable heartache, pain. She's sometimes called a heartache queen, because she's been through so much. But she's turned all of those difficult experiences into knowledge. She now knows exactly what to do. She now knows what decisions to make. She doesn't have a problem with that. Now, her thing and his thing as well, truth. Big thing here coming up with the truth. What is the truth? There's revelations here coming up. Some of them are going to cause old things to kind of fall away. But for those of you that are worried, you're not left alone. Even if there's people left, you've got a new group coming in. Some of you might be starting joining some kind of new group, a new community. But these two are a couple, and, they are right on that right side as well. He's at the top, she's at the bottom. So you may be, like I said, could be a reunion here for some of you with an air sign, or even if it's not a reunion, it's a clearing of the air. That's very much the energy here. Truths are spoken, things that needed to be said are said, and everything gets cleared up. Now, whether that's these two going on together, but usually they do. When I get the King and Queen of Wands suit, they belong together. But even if it's not that, even if it's just, hey, this is what I think, and then you kind of go your separate ways, it serves you. It serves you with that Three of Cups there. And the card says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Yeah, to say that. I thought I'd misread it for a moment. But yeah, so this is kind of this, right? Three of Cups. Celebration, going out there, having maybe a glass of wine or something. But if things have been serious, if it's been about what is the truth here? What's the information that I'm looking for? What do I need here? With flirt, you get back to that kind of more playful energy. That's what this is, more playful energy. And it feels like that changes. I mean, the card that comes up in the present, that's the main energy for this period. So hope is returning. So I'm recording this. It's still it's the 8th today. I'm recording this quite early. I want to make sure they're all up in time this time. But when you have the star coming up, that's your main energy for October. So you may be starting the second half of October. Feel it, you might not totally be there, but it kind of feels like it comes in. I don't know if that made sense. Sorry, I kind of got distracted there by the date. But yeah, so we have flirt. I do think that's Three of Cups. So there's a more playful side coming in for you guys. And why not? We have your birthday season coming up. So that makes sense to me. We have, we have number 44, get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. Sorry, the card, it's kind of it is distracting doing it this way. And because the way I see the video, the cards are reversed, so I can't even like read it on the screen. But yeah, if there's any two people that are going to get to know each other and talk and discuss things, it's these two. Swords. Our thoughts, our ideas, our beliefs, and how we communicate them. You probably can't get these two to shut up. Like, they're going to be putting the world to rights with their discussions. Here as well, group of friends together, you can imagine they're having some conversation. So I don't see it as a very lonely time for you. It does feel like you're moving towards this time of more people around you. And it kind of feels like it's a long time coming. It's a long time coming with this death card as your underlying energy. There we go. Chop wood. Chop wood is doing the day-to-day things that need to be done. Like, I guess that's death as well. That's that transitional energy. And chop wood is like just doing the little things, like fixing what needs to be done, our day-to-day things. The death card energy is a major arcana energy, right? So it kind of happens to us. Major arcana energy happens to us. Yes, we always have free will and how we can choose how we experience it. We have free will, obviously, in that. But I kind of feel with the chop wood energy, it's like, keep doing what you're doing. It's good. Like, you'll get there. And also, I think the main thing here is the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, that combination. Know your truth. As long as you know your truth and move forward with your truth, keep doing what you're doing, you're going to get to where you need to be. Oh my gosh. All right. So 2 cards fell out. It's interesting. And what was I saying? That these are general? 2 cards fell out. And it's these 2. So we have another couple here. That's interesting, right? So we have the man holding a heart and the woman holding a heart coming up here. And now these 2, I think the reason they're coming up as swords here, because this feels like if there wasn't truth spoken before, if there wasn't honesty that came out, like, before, like maybe there's a situation that you've not said what you think, well, what you feel as well with these 2. But there's a couple. For some of you, you're reconnecting with someone or you're meeting someone and you're connecting with them in that way. But it feels like it's a meeting of 2 minds, meeting of 2 hearts. It's very interesting. That's very exciting to see for you guys. Now, I usually read an affirmation for the energy oracle cards. That's how I end the reading. But you got 2 there, so I'm going to read you 2 affirmations. They're very similar because obviously they're both holding hearts. But they basically, I didn't even explain what they were. I just got too excited by the man and woman holding a heart. They're like the king and queen of cups. So it's that emotion. Well, you can imagine they're handing their hearts to each other. It's the offer of love or friendship. And when we get, like, I know some of us are in like same-sex relationships or, gender neutral relationships. It's the energy. That's why they come up like that. It's like the divine masculine, the divine feminine energy. And we all have that energy within us. All of us have that. But let's have a look. So the affirmation for the woman holding a heart is, I'm emotionally calm and peaceful, and I attract healthy and stable people to me. And then ending with the affirmation for man holding a heart, it says, I'm comfortable with all of my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways. I feel peace.